Good everyone, my name is Graphics. We are told to convert the isometric projection you see at the right hand side of the screen into orthographic projection, right? Now, when I redrew this, I end up having this figure you see here, right? If you look at this properly, orthographic projection is a projection that shows all the plane that is in isometric, right? What are the plane? The front elevation, the end elevation, and the plan. Now, if you look at this figure very well, this is the end. This is the front elevation as shown in the arrow. This is the end elevation, and this is the plan, right? So, what we have to do here is that if you look at it from this side, you are going to see 7, everything here. You're going to see it, which is everything here. You see 1, this is the 1 here. You see 8, this is the 8 here. Then this circle here is going through, right? The circle is going through. That is why I am putting a hidden line there that you can see. Is that taken? Now, this is the front elevation looking at it from the side on that plane. Now, if you're looking at it from the plan, you're going to see this shape here, which is I call 11, and that is the 11 you're seeing. Looking at it, is casting the image there. Then this circle here, which I call 12, and that is the 12 here. Now coming down, you're going to see 9. Looking at it straight ahead, perpendicular, and this is the 9 you're seeing. You also see 10. This is the 10 you're seeing. You see 7, and this is the 7 here. You'll be seeing, let's say 7, I mean 4. So that is the 4 there that you'll be seeing, right? And these are all the figures. That's all the shapes you'll be seeing when you're looking at it from the plan. Now, if you're looking at it from the end elevation here, right? Why this is the end elevation? Because we made this to be the front elevation. In most cases, they can make this to be your front elevation, and here will be your end elevation. So the end elevation and front elevation can always interchange depending on the specifications. Now, if you look at this, I will see 1, 2, and 3 somewhere here. Now this is the 1, 2, 3, right? And I'm going to see 5 and 6, and this is the 5 and 6. Then the circle that is showing that there's a circle, there's a true in, as I'm putting my hidden line here. Then this web here, 4, and this is the web here, and that is 4. This is how it is when you look at it from the different views. First thing you do when you hear the word orthographic projection is to draw your axis, your plane, your quadrant, right? So if I should do that, I'll be having this way. So I'm going to have my vertical, right? I'll have the vertical. Let me make it more visible. I'm going to have my vertical, and I'm going to have the horizontal also, right? And I'll give a demarcation between them. Let's see, distance of 10 or 5 in between both of them. So from here to here is 5. That is maybe 10, 5, depending on you. So that's what I'm going to do. From here to here, from here to here, from here to here. And I'll take my set square. I'm going to draw this way. And I'm going to draw this way also. Right? And I'll do this too. And I'll do this too. So this is the first thing you will first of all do. Now we're told to draw. We're not told if it is in first angle or in third angle. We're just told to draw in what? In orthographic projection. So I'm choosing to draw first angle. That means my elevation will be at the second quadrant, right? So what is the elevation? The elevation is the side that the arrow is pointing. This arrow you're seeing, right? So it means that we're going to draw the plane where the arrow is pointing. Now if you look at this figure again, I have reproduced it, and when you look at it from this plane, this is what you are going to see. You can see that is what you'll be seeing, right? If you look at it from this plane, this is what you will be seeing. If you look at it from this plane, this is what you'll be seeing. If you look at it from here, this is what you'll be seeing, right? So this side here will occupy our front elevation. So this is what I am going to reproduce here. Is that okay now? So let's start drawing that and see. So if I should start with that, the entire length from the diagram given at the bottom here, the entire length here is given to be what? To be 90, right? So I'm going to measure 90 from this point here, not the center line. From this point here, I'll measure 90. So from 0 to 9 is given as 90, right? And the height, if you look at our diagram that we have here, the height is given from here to here, which is what? 40. That means from here to here is what? Is 40. So I'm going to measure 40. So this is the 40 I have, right? And I'll use my instrument. I'm going to extend this way, and I'll close here up this way. So when I do that, I am going to start measuring from this point to this point. Is given to be 40, right? Because that is the diameter of the circle as shown in the figure below here. From here to here is given to be what? 40. So it means that from here also, from this point to this point is also given as what? 40, because we'll move forward. So I'll measure 40. From here I'll measure 40. This is the 40 we have here, right? And I'll bring it down a little bit on my faint line. Is that taken? Now the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to thicken the 40 we have here. So I've thickened that. Now I'm also going to thicken here too. So you can see that. And also I'll thicken from the beginning of this line to the ending, because looking from this side, I'm drawing back this figure here. Now the next thing is the height. From the figure here, the height from here to here is given as 10. So it means that from here to here is also what? Is also 10. So I'm going to measure the 10 that I have here. So I measure 10 here from this point. I measure 10 here, right? So I'm going to close it up from this point straight down here, right? And I'll close it up too from here straight down here. That again, and still from here to here, from the question is given to be 12. So I'm going to measure 12 from this point here. This is 12 that we have here to this point here, and I'm going to close that up too. Now I'll close here up too. So that is the point 1 we're seeing here. And still there's a diagonal, a line that is joining from the top here to the bottom here, and the top from here to here. I'm going to join that. You see that? Then the diameter here, right, since here is 18, is that taken? So if I get the center from here, I'll get the center of 40. From here to here is 40, and this is the center here. So I'm going to measure 9 to the left. This is 9 to the left and 9 to the right also. Then I'll bring it down with my hidden line because I cannot see the circle. So this is what we have. There's a true inside, that's what it's telling me. Right? Now the next thing, that is all what we have for that figure. So the elevation looking at that point here is fully drawn. Now the next thing we want to draw under the elevation is the plan. So I'm going to project all this downward this way to draw my plan, and the height of the plan, which is the width, which is from here to here, which is 40, and the same thing as saying from here to here or from here to here, that is 40. So I'm going to measure 40. So from this point here to this point here is 40, right? So I'm going to close it up. This is what we have here. I'll close it up. Now if you look at this, I'll try and get the center of that 40, which is what? Which is 20. So I'll measure from this point. This is 20 here, and that where the center will be. I'm going to draw this way, right? And I'm going to take half of this. We'll have this to be 20, right? And I'll place it here so that I'll be able to get this way. You can see that? On this point, 20. Now get the rest. That is one. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I will extend where they meet from the center here. I will extend it by 20 again. So you're extending it by 20. This is 20 here. So meaning that from here to here is 40, just like from here to here is 40. So, and look at the question too. That is the 20 that we are seeing here. And I'm going to draw my line this way. So connect here and here. And also connect here and here. Right? And we know that the thickness here is 8. I'm going to measure 4 to the left, 4 upward, and 4 downward. So I can easily take my compass here, my rule here, 6 as my reference point. So this is 4 here, and this is another 4 here, right? So I'll join it from this point straight down here, and from this point straight down here, right? And I am going to close here up, and also close here up. Now the next thing is from here to here is given as 12, right? So what I'll do is I'm going to measure 12 here and 12 here. So let's do that. This is 12 here, and this is another 12 here. So I'm going to join them together. Then here also you can just replicate it from this point. So be the same thing here, and measure the 12 I want to measure from here. This 12 here. So I'll just join it, right? Then I'll close it up, and close it up too. And close it up too, right? And there's a circle in between, and the circle has a radius of 9. So I can just easily help myself here by bringing this downward this way, faint line, and take my compass with that point as the radius, right? Then I'll draw the circle. So that is what we have. We have successfully drawn out the plan. Now the next thing we are going to do is the end view. So what I will do is I'm going to draw out this. It should be in 45 degree, this way, or use your 45-degree set square to bring out this. And doing that, you're going to project all these points to touch it, to touch that inclined line I bring out. So I'll bring this to touch this. I'll also bring this to touch this. I'll bring this to touch this. I'll bring this to touch this. Also this to touch this. Then everything will move up to touch the highest point here. And when I project that, I'll be having this. I'll be having this. Also this. These two. Also this. And this is what we have. And still, I'm going to bring out the shape I'm about to bring out is the shape here, right? So it means the four corners are thickened. So I'm going to thicken from here to here, and also from here to here, and also from here to here. And also from here to here, right? Then I'm going to project all these points to this point here, and the sticking also as shown in the diagram. You see that? And also this end here, right? I'll trace the line and I'll close it up. So that is it here. And the same thing here to this end here. I'll trace it up. That's what we have here. Right? Then this you see here is inclined, so I'm going to bring it out and also bring it out. That's the inclined line, this one you're seeing here. Then the circle is hidden, so let me project out the circle. So we have this touching here, and we have this also touching here. So it's the same thing, so I'll use this as my circle and it will be hidden, right? So I'll be having this way. So that is what we have here, right? So we have successfully drawn out the shape that we have, where this is the front elevation, this is the plan, and this is the end view, and this is the first angle projection. The projection is just helping us represent those plane in an orthographic view in your quadrant. Now this is your quadrant. We have the first, second, third, and fourth quadrant, right? When your front elevation is in the first or the second quadrant, you call it first angle projection. When your front elevation is in the third and fourth quadrant, third or fourth quadrant, you call it what? The third angle projection. Is that taken? Now you need to understand one thing here. Your plan is always below or above the front elevation. If your plan is below the front elevation, it is in first angle projection. If your plan is above the front elevation, it is in first angle projection. It is in third angle projection. Similarly, your end elevation is always at the front or behind the front elevation, right? Just like what you can see here. So and you should know one thing, that your plan and your end elevation are, the front elevation is the center of attraction. Everything is placed around the front elevation. So if you have found this video helpful, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.